This is our hitch mount. This is going to help you mount your hitch to your bedside racks, to your wall, to your truck, to your trailer, whatever it is. It's universal in nature. I've got 3 prototype sets of parts, and then what I just made I'm calling a pre-production run, which is a couple of slight tweaks from the prototype, but I think these are basically ready to go to production. Hey guys, Matt here. This week I'm going to bring you up to speed on a project we've been working on for quite a while. If you guys are in our BuiltRight Industries Insiders group on Facebook, you've already seen some teasers of this, but this is our hitch mount. This is going to help you mount your hitch to your bedside racks, to your wall, to your truck, to your trailer, whatever it is. It's universal in nature. Last week we dialed in the final design and the programming. We did a successful prototype run. That's what I've got here. And then we ran 75 sets of parts for our first production run, small production run. What I'm gonna do today is build a couple of weld fixtures for these 2-inch models. And then I'm also gonna design and prototype a 2.5 and 3-inch model. Some of the feedback that we got in that group immediately was that people also wanted a 2.5 and a 3-inch model right away. So we're gonna do that. So let's go cut some parts. All right, so we've got some parts cut. I left the laser on in case we have to cut more parts, but I've got our hitch holder. First I'm gonna bend the welding fixture. So I'm gonna dial in our bend length and X dimension here. Just gonna do a little 90-degree bend to add some rigidity onto this. All right, so now we've got our 2-inch weld fixture. It's a base plus this riser. I designed it so that you push the bottom, you put these two together, push them in like this, and then there'll be a clamp that will weld up here that's gonna clamp down on top of the nut and hold this all together while we weld. So that's great. I'm gonna make a 2.5 and a 3-inch variation of this fixture as well. Again, I'm gonna make multiples, but now, before I do that, I'm gonna try and program the 2.5-inch hitch holder parts. I've got 3 of the 2 plates, 3 of the riser plates. I'm hoping that's enough to get the programming set up. All right, so I've cut a bunch of parts, a couple of rounds of prototypes. This is a pre-production run of the 2-inch out of these 2-inch welding fixtures that we made. Now I've got 2.5-inch receiver size welding fixtures here. I've got 3 prototype sets of parts, and then what I just made I'm calling a pre-production run, which is a couple of slight tweaks from the prototype, but I think these are basically ready to go to production. We'll verify that now. So I'm gonna set these up to verify my welding settings, and then I'll weld those up, and we should be good to send them to powder so that we can do some testing, product photos, marketing, that kind of stuff. Right, so with that, we've got a set of 5 pre-production hitch mounts, both for the 2-inch and the 2.5-inch receiver size. Each of these has a weld nut in them. We're gonna have thumb screws or knobs in them as well to keep the hitch from rattling. But the next step here is I'm gonna kind of inspect each of these before sending them to powder coating, and then we'll use those to start generating assets, media, marketing, photos, that kind of thing, so that we can get these things released and into your hands. If you guys have any questions, comments, feedback, leave them in the comments, shoot us an email, give us a phone call. Catch you next time.